Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. Today, I'm here to talk about something that some of you may find interesting, some of you may not, but it's something I'm quite curious about. Um, First, I want to start off with the question I had asked. I got the answer. Thank you, Wolf Warner, for that. The FSA cool down period is the FSA restriction, I call it, is 3 properties every 24 hours. Okay? So if you want to buy, you got to wait. Then that leads me to Porto is not like Rio's first release. And is this new FSA restriction keeping the floor low? I'm going to come right out and give you the answer, what I believe is happening, and I think is a big yes. I think yesterday when I did a video, floor was probably around 10,000, I think 10,000 flat or just a little bit above that, right? So ever since this new rule came in, right? I think this is what second release because not Porto, Rio release part B. I think the rule was in at that time, and it didn't really. It did affect the floor. I don't think the floor was 20,000 right off the bat, like how Rio Part A city release went. And then now we had a full city, which was even smaller than all of Rio's release. It was about just a little bit more than the second release, right? The FSAs still aren't fully minted out. Here I'm on checking the floor of the secondary market to see what it is, and it's 9,446 UPIX for a 21 UP2s, okay, or even a 25 UP2. And then it gets more expensive, just a one UPIX more for 11 UP2 and two UPIX more for a 9 for 11 UP2s. I believe with this rule that Upland has brought in is going to keep the floor like this for a while, because I believe a lot of new players or players that are pro who are under 100,000 UPIX may not have the funds necessarily to, I don't know, to fly out to Porto, because flying out to Porto is not cheap. Okay, that's going to cost you quite a bit of UPIX just to get here. And once you get here, um, the FSAs they're pretty cheap. Some of them are just under 2,000. I don't know how many of those are left. That was from yesterday when I had checked. And you buy 3 of those, and then you got to wait another 24 hours before you could buy 3 more. And I believe these guys aren't waiting to buy 3 more before they start selling. Right as they buy their first 3, they're putting it up on the market. And I believe that's what's happening here. Let me just click on this person. So he's an uplander with 8 properties. He bought, let's see here. He bought his 3 properties in Porto, and 2 of them are up for sale. So right as these guys buy their properties, they're putting them up for sale. So the floor is going to remain low at 9,000 or even less till I believe anyways. Don't quote me on this. This is just a speculation. This is just a guess, but this is what I'm observing right now, and it's unfortunate that it's happening like this. Is this something that all the people who say chose their home address and may disagree with this new restriction? Will they? Is this something we can vote on? Because the floor is going to remain, excuse me, at 9,400 146 UPICs, okay? Until all the FSA properties are fully minted out. Okay, so the floor is not going anywhere. This is what I believe is happening because yesterday the floor was approximately 10,000 UPICs. Now it's 9,450. Okay, which is pretty bad. Okay, so a lot of people who went out and minted, those non-FSA buyers who went out and minted, maybe they're making sales, but you know, it's I don't know. Like as I'm talking, something else popped in my head. That maybe the benefits to this is for all the top guys, all the whales who would like to set up anyone, I should say, who would like to set up a treasure map in Porto. This is your opportunity. Okay, the floor is not going to be over 10,000, I believe, until all the FSAs are sold out. So now you can go around, look for all the FSA properties that are up for sale for 9,000 UPICs or less, and you just buy up those, fill up your map, create your map, and try to start with your treasure hunting and seeing what's available. But for others who may not want to um, create a treasure map and may want to buy and sell, if you have any properties that are 8, 9, 10,000 UPICs, because the floor isn't 20, which, I at first thought the floor would have been somewhere close to that, maybe a 16 to about an 18,000 UPICs, but that clearly didn't happen because of this new rule of this cool down period for the FSA buyers is keeping the floor super low. Okay, this is too low for such a small city. They talked about how, it's 35,000. I got hyped thinking, all right, this is going to sell out in half an hour. And, the floor is going to be at least 16 to 18,000 or maybe even more because it'll probably be a more desirable city in the sense where it's one of the first European cities. I don't have too many of my properties up for sale anyways because I'm always about my yield, trying to increase that and keep it at a certain level. But I think majority of the sales right now, well, I'm not going to guess. I don't know because I'm not making any right now. So I can't say most of the sales are in the lower end of the spectrum. Maybe some other individuals who have properties that are more desirable in a more desirable neighborhood possibly could be selling properties and not having any issue. But what I'm seeing right now with the floor where it's at, this is not good. Like, I was expecting the floor to be twice this amount. It's nowhere near that. Who knows when that's gonna happen where the floor is gonna move? Like the selling out or the selling off of the FSAs, who knows how long that's gonna take? How many uplanders or pros under 100,000 are here in Porto? That's what I would like to know to better gauge on how long it's gonna take to mint all of these FSAs. So I'm just gonna pick a random area. Hopefully there's some FSAs there. Let's see. Okay. Those, yeah, see, one here, one here. Not many in this random area that I chose. Another one there, another one here. See a whole bunch over here. Okay, this is one of the, I think one of the, no, it's not one of the desirable areas. Okay, maybe FSAs are moving a little bit faster. Let me just check on UPX land just to see how many FSAs are still available. I think there was about 7,000 the last time I checked. So let's do all of Porto. Just bear with me, guys. Just give me a sec. I'm just gonna do a quick check to see. I hope it's not 7,000 anymore because that took me a while the last time to do that. But there's still a lot of FSAs. There is a ton. Let me check something. So right now I'm seeing mint price. Okay, so the cheapest right now unminted FSAs are 3,000 UPIX. So the under 2,000 UPIX have all been minted already. Possibly these are the ones that are being sold for 9,446 UPIX, right? That they minted for 1,900. So all the FSA individuals, they can make a ton of money because the floor is not going anywhere until they sell off all those FSAs. So right now I'm at 2,000 still unminted FSAs in Porto, 3,000, and it's still going up, right? So this is not good, man. Like I wasn't expecting this. I didn't know what. Oh, never mind. Never mind. So the 7,000 whatever it was when I reported the last time has been cut in half. So let's give it until Friday or Saturday of this week to see how many FSAs are left. So right now there's 3,735 FSA properties that are still available, and the most expensive ones are at the nine at even higher than the floor. 9,984 is the highest FSA right now that hasn't been minted. So, okay, let's give it until at least Saturday because since yesterday, it's already been cut in half. So I guess a lot more pros and under are now in the city, which is good. Like I was scared for a second. Like I didn't get a chance to look it up or really do much research on it. It was just kind of crazy that I just said, let me just check to see what the floor is and to see that price. I was quite disappointed that the floor hasn't gone higher than that. There's still 3,000 and so FSA unminted. So we'll see. Let's give it some time, but I don't like this floor right now. It's really making me nervous. Porto was a success for Upland and all the people who were able to buy some amazing properties. But guys like myself who bought some cheap properties under what I think 7,000 have to try and sell those properties at 9, 10,000, and who knows how long they're gonna take to sell. Let me just check right now to see how many let's see here. Portal. All right, so 5,760 is possibly the cheapest one I got in Porto. All right, so that one, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem selling that one for 9,440 something dollars. Let's check to see the UP2s on it. And it's still bigger than all the ones that are there. So I don't know. It's just a waiting game right now. It's a wait and see. But this is kind of making me a little nervous that Porto City release, I was so hyped it to be, because the floor is going to be so high. That hasn't happened yet. Collections are going to be revealed on Monday. Will the floor go up before Monday, or will the floor drop before Monday, or continue to drop? Because there's still a lot of properties that are just over 3,000 UPIX that still could be bought and probably be sold for 7 or 8,000 UPIX if they really want to sell them off. And I know a lot of these FSA buyers are limited as well on how many they're allowed to sell in a week. So these guys can accumulate these FSA properties. By the time the collections get revealed, then that's going to change the prices again, whether it drops. Some prices can be dropped in a lot of areas. Um, these FSA prices are already going to be low. So imagine what the market is going to be like with these rule changes that are affecting the FSA guys. Because if they were able, I don't know, I don't remember the exact reason, or I think they were trying to avoid people from cheating and all this stuff. But at the same time, we're unable to make this a market where there's a lot of transactions, right? There's still properties, yes, that I would sell off, but I believe a lot of the people who are hunting for properties aren't necessarily looking at the higher priced ones or the ones that have a higher UP2s. Because if I was looking for setting up a treasure map in Porto, it wouldn't really matter how many UP2s these properties are. I would just buy it in whatever city so I can get my treasure map set up. It's something to consider. Um, if you're going to be staying in Porto for a while. A couple of my viewers have bought and just left. They're already out. They've sold a few properties, made more money than they came in with, and left. Right? So I'm still here. I kind of like it here in Porto. I don't know why, but I do. So I'm gonna stick around to see what really happens, and then probably after the release of the collections, probably by then I'll decide on what moves I'm gonna make. And I'm making some good upics per day, and I believe once I get to about 5,000, because I think that's how much it will possibly cost me to actually get back to wherever it is that I choose to go, because I may do something that one of my viewers did, was make a stop in Queens. I haven't been to Queens in a while, so I may make a stop in Queens before I head back to Kansas City. I haven't really been paying much attention to anything that I'm building, really. I have one structure in Kansas City that I put majority of my spark on. I still have a property in Queens that's there being built, and I haven't really added any more spark to it. So I got to go check on my stuff in Queens. I got to check out Whitestone, um, the Whitestone neighborhood in Queens. See what that's all about. See what's going on there. If that all's been minted up already. Let's see here. Let me check on Upix Land for Whitestone in Queens, if it's been minted out yet, or what portion of it is left. Yeah, Whitestone, non-FSA impact. Okay, still a lot of properties. Over 1,000 right now. Still available. Whitestone have some beautiful homes. Let's try that again. Come on. Work, work, work. Right now I'm stuck at 1,800. This error keeps coming up. Okay, 2,000. 2,200. Okay, Whitestone has over 3,000 still available. Okay, so right now Whitestone has 3,861. So 3,861 properties still available before Whitestone in Queens is minted out. The cheapest right now is 7,743, 29 UP2s, and then once you get to 30, it goes to over 8,000 upics. So I may hit up back Whitestone and grab a few more. Right now, I have approximately 29 properties here. Is that correct? 27. Okay, 27 properties in Whitestone. Um, let's see what's going on in Bay Terrace. I don't have any here, but I believe this is sold out. Yeah, it's sold out. But yeah, Whitestone, lots of properties still available. Yeah, so that's what I think I'll be doing once I do decide to leave Porto. But right now, I may see what's happening, what's going on around in Porto, if the floor is going to stay where it's at or if it's going to raise up any more before I really do anything. But I want to see what the collections are going to be as well before I do anything. Hopefully, successful and all the areas that I minted are all collections. So we'll see. But guys, that's all I really wanted to come on here and talk about today. Will the floor stay low because of this FSA rule? And Portal is not like Rio's first release. And I have to agree, it's not. It's not at all. Anyways, if there's anything I missed, if you like the content, please let me know down below in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share. See you tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Thank you.